In the bottom left, playing as Wulfar, we have Snaek, aka I'm Solid Snaek, up against Saikoya in the top, playing as Tenri.
Interesting. Tenri does have a lot of some cheese potential on this map because you can just um, groove knights to like the exact positions they need to be to crit things, and you can often surprise a lot of people with lethals that way. That being said, I know Saikoya prefers to use Tenri's grooves sort of differently to more as an incremental value kind of thing by, uh, taking out specific counters to like, for example, air units.
Yeah, I mean Tenri kind of indirectly counters like stuff like dragons once her groove comes out, because
Yeah,
a
that's really
dragon is
true.
very strong on this map. Definitely seen a
Yep.
bunch of people going dragon.
I do think that Spodius may suffer from uh getting groove too early in this case because this is a map where you don't really start fighting until the slow chargers basically get their groove anyway. So Spodius might be holding on to their groove for a while, and the relative advantage of having a fast charge may not be as prominent.
Yeah, typically like Wulfar, he's very strong on like kind of rush down maps where you can get a knight lined up around the time that he has groove, or like not long after, and he can like threaten the enemy stronghold that way. And on this map, with the delayed knights, like Snake's knight is going to take quite a while to reach.
True, that's very true. Now that said, Wulfar does deal quite well with enemy knights just because of his groove. You can more or less instantly yeet the enemy knight into a mountain and then it dies. It also does the same thing for golems, but you don't kill the golem, but you do set it back like multiple turns. So
Yeah,
that could be one of Wulfar's advantages on
there
this
is
map.
one water tile on both sides, so potentially you could see a golem getting killed that way, but yeah,
Hmm,
not so likely. It's actually nice. I hadn't noticed that before. Like having just that one water tile means like there is some potential to kill them with Wulfar, but
I find it interesting that Saikoya chose not to instantly transport the thief back, but instead used their wagon to get spears to the front line. It makes sense.
yeah, because like the return on the thief isn't quite as important as the actual steal itself. Obviously, it's like super nice to get that extra 300 gold, but having plus 300 or having like a spear at the front line where it's way more useful, probably gonna see people. Well, I guess Saikoya just decided, yeah, I'm just gonna pick for the spear this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, we mentioned earlier, like, Tenri has that very nice option of, like, picking off air units and stuff. But so does Wulfar, so this dragon has to be extremely careful where it goes.
That's true. You can't really step into Wulfar's range because there's ample flagstone on this map to just kill it. And it actually looks like on the last turn, Solid Snake has lined up a Night Crit and Sequoia blocked it with a sword. So I wonder how they're gonna follow up on this turn. Snake definitely has a lot of stronghold pressure going and is defending their own stronghold with spears, and more importantly, Sequoia's knights are not yet in position to threaten. So it'll be interesting to see who wins the base race if that's how this game turns out.
Yeah, and Wulfar definitely a commander that likes to favor going for that kind of base race style. That is actually pretty scary. Saikoya has a knight in a position where it can get golfed, and yeah, Snake doesn't go for it.
Ooh, interesting. I guess they might be saving it for next turn to guarantee an open spot, but I think they're just dead now. Like Tenri has groove to just, like she can groove a knight to crit Wolfar, and Uh,
Yeah, I'm
I
actually
don't.
surprised the Mage Shield didn't come down on that night there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're this all in already, you might as well have dropped the mage shield.
That would have actually kept it alive too.
Yeah, definitely.
Spear
Oh,
comes in?
balloons. Typical Saikoya balloons a spear. Grooves a spear across. Uh, and now the stronghold is looking relatively safe because Saikoya made sure to occupy all the squares adjacent to it. So now you can't do the Wulfar thing where you knock a unit to the other side of the stronghold and deal damage to it that way.
Yeah, and ooh, I like that Mage Shield there. Oh, but Tenri's actually very low.
That's true. I don't think anything can really happen here, but
Oh,
ooh,
Wulfar can happen though.
am I about to eat my words? I am. All right, GG.
Yeah, oh wow. Mage comes in, finishes off, and oh! Saikoya, please!
So yeah, please. Uh,
Okay, well, that was a really good defense from Saikoya. Just Tenri was not on a lot of health.
yeah, that's too bad. I mean, even one mage heal would have done it too.
Yeah, anything, even having something stronger with a wall in front would have helped.
Like wagon in front would have shut that down completely.
Yeah. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
RIP. Oh, I guess that's the way the news goes.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta respect both win conditions, right? You can't just defend your stronghold and leave your commander open. So
Exactly.
I think it is worth noting while we go into the stat screens that Snaek almost qualified for the last Groove of War. They were really close. They're on that kind of level. I think it was actually a very big surprise almost to see Snaek not qualify. Um, so they're
That's
definitely
fair.
up there as far as players go. Like they have potential to do really well in an event like this.
Yeah, I could see that.
So like they're a very
Definitely good.
strong ladder player. So
Yeah, really good awareness on that last turn to switch to the other wing condition when they saw it.
yeah, and like Tenri is already pretty weak, so I didn't quite catch what happened the turn before. I mean, we can take a look at the commander health actually. Yeah, there was actually a turn of like aggression from them
I
where
see. I see.
they were like they knocked Tenri down to lower health. So I
Makes
don't know if
sense.
that was like on purpose, like calculated thing, or if that was just them being aggressive on Tenri to try and force a situation where she couldn't expose herself. And
This is the thing about like and like damaging commanders preemptively. It's like the next turn, if they want to use their groove, it means they can't heal, and that opens up a lot of potential for you to kill them or force them to not use groove, which is a line of play that a lot of people don't consider.
yeah, I mean, I think the most common example of that was when Ragnar was being played. I don't know
Oh
about anyone
yeah.
else, but I would certainly, if I saw Ragnar getting ready to groove, damage Ragnar ahead of time, like if I could, because that lowers Ragnar's potential of aggression. Because a full health Ragnar jumping in on your army can be quite scary, but like a 70% health Ragnar even is gonna have a lot more difficulty throwing herself into the fray.
Yeah, for sure. Because you always have to be aware that, Ragnar jumping in will just create a lot of units to suicide into you as well.
Yeah.
If you don't clean them up.